Now, allegedly, in the land of Volkswagen, there is a forbidden tale that these cars make power stupid easy. We're gonna find out today. So, as always, you guys know I can't leave anything stock. That's just who I am. It's just what I do. So we've got Gunther in the background. I just got done shooting the last of the exhaust video that you guys saw last time we did an update on Gunther, because I don't know in what order these videos are gonna be going out. So today, we got our Cobb intake and Cobb Accessport. Now, I know what a lot of you Volkswagen folks are thinking. Tanner, what the hell are you doing, man? There's a lot of better options out there aside from Cobb. I know. But coming from the world of Subarus, I'm sticking with what I know, and there's nothing wrong with that. So the game plan for this is to get the intake installed. I'm going to be using the Cobb Stage 1 tune to begin with. I think I'll either do the low boost or high boost map. I don't quite know yet. And then in a couple days, I'll order the EQT tune, and we'll get an EQT Stage 1 tune on here. The big thing for me is I know the EQT tune makes a lot more power, and the biggest downfall with these manual transmission Golf Rs is the clutch. The clutch likes to slip with anything past like stock power, so I really don't want to push it too hard, mainly because I don't want to do a clutch in this car quite yet. So we got our main man Gunther chilling over here, the 2016 Volkswagen Golf R. So we're gonna be swapping this guy out today, which seems pretty easy and pretty self-explanatory. I know I'm gonna have to find these. I have those Torx bits. I think they're Torx bits. I don't know what they're called. I got them somewhere around the garage. So the intake seems pretty easy to swap. I'm gonna try to do this without using instructions from Cobb because it's an intake. How hard can it be? It's like a hose clamp and a couple vacuum lines and then this shroud guy right here. So that seems pretty easy to do. So we have our Cobb V3 Accessport right here. We have the exact same one in the STI right there. So Accessport, we have the lower trim panel air duct guy. We've got the hose, the air filter, the box itself, and then all the hardware. And then down there's the lid to the box. I prefer having a boxed intake just to like help with heat soak and prevent things like that. So this is the setup we're going with. It seems pretty self-explanatory. So let's just start things off and start getting this intake out. Really don't look too bad. Like vacuum line right here. Look, I can just start this right now. No, I can't because that vacuum line don't want to come off. Let's just get this thing out to start with. All right, so let's just start with taking off the airbox lid. Actually, no, let's start with this guy right here. How do you come out? So there's a little flip up tab right there, and then maybe do some wiggles here. Freaking easy right there. Okay, cool. So I've got that piece pretty much loose, so it seems I actually might be able to get it out right now. Now there's what appears to be a 7 mil right down there, but of course I need a little bit longer. There we go. Now we're cooking with bacon. Wow, we need a catch can because there is definitely some blow by in there. It's just kind of chilling, it seems like. So there's these like rubber grommet foot pegs in here. Wow, that's the easiest intake in the world to get out. Holy hell. Where did that hose just come off of? Oh dear God. What did you just come from? Hey, there's our shifter assembly. Oh, look at that, this car ain't too bad to work on. But where did that hose come from? So if you're sitting right there, there we go. Now I'm pretty sure this guy just comes right out. Stock intake is out. That was actually really easy. It's just one clamp on the back and then literally just pulls right out. Not bad. German cars. Dude, this don't look bad at all to work on. Why was I sweating these? Why was I sweating German cars, man? This ain't bad at all. Let's get an intake installed. So before we go ahead and start throwing a tune on here, I did just want to give you guys a better close-up on this. So right back there is where the turbo inlet, or it's the intake, right where the intake connects up to the turbo, right there, super easy. Comes up, wraps around, goes straight under our intake box, where you guys saw the filter is housed in here, and then we have the new air track here. So I'm not quite sure what's going on here. I think this side is just to let more air go in, or maybe it's a dual purpose one for a GLI. I know that the GTI is on that side also, so I'm not entirely sure why there's a secondary cutout here. on the back, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much. This just slides right under this original trim piece, bolts down using the provided hardware from Cobb. Super simple install. It's really not bad. If you've done an install on a Subaru, on anything, you can do it on this. So let's get the tune loaded up on here. If you guys are not familiar with access ports, like I said, I'll link that video somewhere over here. This end's gonna connect up to the OBD2 port. It's gonna power up the access port once it gets information from the car. It's gonna ask us to marry it. It's gonna go through a whole bunch of prompts. I'll walk you guys through it real quick, and then we'll get it going. But I don't have a mount for that quite yet. I don't like the one that Cobb provides. Normally, I just use these Scosche vent mount ones, and they work like exceptionally well. So I'll grab one of those tonight. For now, I'm just gonna hook this thing up, kind of let the cables dangle around a little bit, just because I wanna see how well this thing actually feels on a stage 1 map. We're gonna come down here and we're gonna plug in our OBD2 port, which is right there. Already says access port. Well, this one gives us a cool like little Volkswagen Audi logo. That's kind of neat. Walks you through the prompts, select up, down, access, whatever you're gonna do to install it on the car. Let me zoom in on this a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit more. Walks you through how to use it. I'm gonna put the car in accessory mode. I'm gonna hit install. Please wait while the access port identifies the ECU. Please confirm vehicle to USD and Volkswagen Golf R, Audi S3. It's pretty much same. Continue. It's gonna have you be like, hey, do you want to throw it on a battery charger? So we're gonna do stage 1. Let's just go straight for the beans. Stage 1, 91 high boost, because we have 92 fuel, so I'd rather round down than round up. So we'll do that map. When installing any of the access port over anything other than OEM or Cobb software may result in ECU, TCU failure. Please support. Warning, installation of this, anything, okay, got it, whatever. 20 amp battery charger, we're fine. Now we wait. Please wait while the access port generates vehicle data. Hey, at least we can check engine lights now, since we got a Volkswagen, right? We can clear codes. We can do whatever we want. I'm waiting. So what it's doing right now is it's pulling the stock map off of the ECU and it's saving it in the access port. So if we wanted to go through and unmarry this access port from this ECU, we could, and then this access port could be used on another car. But you guys know the typical runaround with access ports, so I'm not going to give you the whole 100% walkthrough. Access port's really generating vehicle data, ain't it? How long are you generating vehicle data for? Maybe Volkswagens take longer. I don't know. Normally Subarus don't take this long. All right, Cobb, can we hurry this up a little bit? All right, there we go. Now we're doing stuff. Literally as soon as I get on my phone to play on it. Error, hold auto. Oh my God, my dash is freaking out. Fault, electrical parking brake. Error, tire pressure monitoring system. My hood's open, my door's open. Those actually are open. Error, adaptive front lighting, AFS. Oh no! Everything. We're at 1% of map uploaded, Jesus. LOL, what's a warranty? What's a warranty? I don't know. We're at 14%. Why is this the longest access port upload I've ever done? Ah, yeah! Huh, if my ECU bricks, it's your fault now. Don't you fuck. Okay, I just had quite the experience. I've never had an access port fail to upload a map before, but it failed to upload the map because I had the key in my pocket and it's push to start, and I walked away from the car when it was uploading the map, so it failed to upload the map and it went into like a fail-safe recovery mode. So I did, like, it was super sketchy. I was like, please don't break the ECU, please don't break the ECU, please don't break the ECU. It didn't break the ECU. I had to redo it. It took like 45 minutes to upload the tune, but it's on there. Haven't even tried to start the car yet, so let's see what happens. Fingers crossed. All right, so we've got our intake installed, our tune loaded on. I'm gonna grab a mount for this. Oh, camera, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna grab a mount for this access port tonight. I've just got it kind of dangling right here right now. Come here, come to me, baby girl. Boo! So let's come over here. Let's do that. That's gonna gauge sweep. So we have Cobb stage 1 high boost map on here right now, which probably isn't a smart idea because the clutch in this thing probably isn't going to cooperate with us. I don't know what they have. Oh, dude, what a dope photo. So we're married, we're tuned. Let me go to gauges. I don't even know what gauges they have on this thing right now. I guess 6. So actually, let me set this up real quick. Okay, I'm just gonna leave the access port right there for now. I know a lot about access ports with Subarus, not so much with Volkswagens, because there's a lot of stuff in there that just doesn't make sense to me. There's a lot of stuff. Once I figure it out, I'll show you guys. But so we have it primed, ready to go. Let's start it. Oh, it sounds a little bit different, just a little. She sounds a little bit happier, Gunther. Let me let Gunther warm up for a minute, and then I want to give it just a couple revs. I also want to let everything relearn, so I'm gonna let it idle for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we're gonna play with it and go drive this thing, because I want to see what this is actually all about. All Alright, so we're back in Gunther, and let me say, so first of all, I don't remember where I left off because we're like 2 days in the future, because I had a whole bunch of stuff with the STI come up that we had to address, which you guys will see in an upcoming video. However, I am like thoroughly impressed with just an OTS tune on this car. So all we have done to the car right now is a Cobb intake and a Nameless Performance catback and an OTS tune. And check this out. Oh, that was my clutch. Clutch cannot hold power, worth poop. We literally just have an intake and a catback on this car with a tune, and the clutch is already like, yeah, not happening. Not happening. It's wild. Like, when it does hold power, like, I can get on it a little bit, but I can't go 100% throttle. When it does hold power, realistically, I'd like to say the car probably makes around 330 to 340 wheel horsepower. Like, butt dyno feel, that's what it feels like. And it's crazy to me. Like, we're making that much power. Realistically, like, I could put a log on here and throw it in a virtual dyno and see like estimation on power, but I can't go full sends, as you guys have seen, mainly because the clutch just it's not cooperating at all. I wanted to throw a downpipe on the car before I even did the clutch, but I don't think that is going to be a possibility. So it looks like we're going to be doing a clutch on Gunther much sooner than I thought. But even like in the power band areas where I can actually stay in power, car feels beautiful. It feels fantastic. I don't even smell any burning clutch. Dude, it weirds me out how easy these cars make power. It just blows my mind. If we had a DSG, that thing would hold power no problem, but I gotta stay with my 6 speeds. I gotta stay with my manual transmission, boys. As for the Accessport, so I've been playing around with the Accessport a little bit, trying to figure out the features of it in this car compared to over like to the STIs, the WRXs, the EJ kind of stuff that we're so used to doing. That Accessport is literally nothing like I've seen on an EJ. There are so many different parameters to be able to view. Some of them cross over, which are mainly the ones that I have pulled up, like boost pressure. I don't quite know what it's reading. Like boost pressure, apparently we're making 24.5 pounds. I don't know if that reads plus at like boost plus atmospheric, because I know some of them do. I'm not entirely sure how that works with the Accessport. So that could be reading atmospheric pressure plus boost pressure. So we're either at 25 psi or we're at like 12. I could go either way on that one. AFR is pretty standard. It is nice that it lets us monitor engine oil temperature. We do come factory with an OEM oil cooler in one of the vents up there in the bumper, which is actually really cool, and I'm all about it. IAT, you guys know that IATs on these cars are actually very surprising. Like, IATs drop so quick when I'm driving. If I'm just sitting and like say I do launch control or something like that, IATs just drop. A little Mark 6 GTI over there. What up, friend? You have an out tail light too? But it's crazy how quick this thing is now. I don't get it. I don't get it. German ECUs and engineering, this stuff is just wild, dude. It blows my noodle wide open. I'm so curious to see what this car is going to do with a full turbovac exhaust on it, like downpipe and an intercooler. Apparently that's like stage 3 on these cars, I guess, for OTS tunes. For now, we are using the Cobb one. Like I said, we have a Cobb stage 1 high boost map on there. I might actually drop it down to like the standard boost or the standard map on this, just to be able to hammer on the car a little bit more without the clutch totally slipping on us. Like, as you guys saw, the clutch was like, I'm out of here. Not happening today. The other cool thing about the Accessport on this car compared over to Subarus is when it comes to launch control, you can actually set, it measures it in Newton meters. I don't know why, but like you can calculate your launch control based off of torque. So if the car is making too much torque, it'll dial it back. There's like so many more features plugged into this ECU than there are in Subaru ECUs. And I understand, like, it's a more advanced car, I get it. I don't understand why Subaru hasn't done this type of stuff yet with their cars. I'm a little nervous going into a clutch install on this car because I've never done it before, and I don't know what all it's going to entail. I'm sure I can figure it out. I know we need to support the engine. the transmission's like right over here on the side, so I have to take that intake back out that I just put in. That was actually like the first major clutch slippage I've had, so it's kind of nice that I got it on camera so that way you guys can see. But yeah, these stock clutches just, they do not hold power at all. If you do decide to get a Golf R in a standard transmission, just keep in mind, if you want to make more power, you're gonna have to swap that clutch out. I just want to be able to hammer on the car and I can't. Gunther, you're already making more power than you're supposed to, man. And your drive line isn't, well, your clutch ain't having it. I just want the power. I was really trying to put off ordering a clutch for this for at least like a month. I've had the car a week. I've had Gunther a week and we already need a clutch for it. It breaks traction though. We have the DSG. Like with the DSG transmissions, you get the DSG farts. Is like what I assume everyone's calling them, because that's what I've seen everywhere. This car kind of does it. Once it like starts to break traction, it'll do the little blah 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 little fart guys. It's fun. Like, come on, like I like the little farts. They're not like obnoxious little farts, but they're little farts. But when it does hold power, it does break traction. Dude, I'm thoroughly impressed with the Golf R on just an intake and a tune. I am genuinely impressed with this car. I have always heard that Euro cars or other cars like bolt on, like intake, tune, downpipe, and the car makes like 400 horsepower. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way, dude. And then I do it, and then I'm like, oh, it's possible. It's doable. Oh my God. I'm genuinely impressed. I didn't believe it. I was a non-believer, and I am now a believer. And it's a blast. Like, you get cheap power for fun. You know when you have the triangle, it's like cheap, reliable, and fast. This is like 2.5 out of 3. It's not necessarily expensive, but it's not cheap either. Yep, clutch started to slip there and forth. I'm genuinely impressed with like how much power you get out of these cars so easily. An intake and a tune is literally all we have. And my butt dyno hasn't been calibrated in a little while, so give me a little bit of credit there. But like 330-ish wheel horsepower is what it feels like. It feels like the 17 STI after we got it tuned the first time. It's ridiculous. It's incredible. Stinger, you ain't got shit on me. Dude, this thing is a blast. But I'm gonna go grab a coffee. Let's swing back over to the house. Let's wrap this video up. Stage 1 plus SF on the Volkswagen Golf R. 100%, highly recommend. Dude, I'm honestly thoroughly impressed with the Golf R on just an intake and a tune. Like, when it does hold power, it's just so quick for a stock. It's just a stock OTS tune. It's just an OTS tune in an intake, and it's so quick. I don't understand, but you guys might see behind me, old Blue is back. Karma is gone and sold. I'll talk about that in the next video. Not going to talk about it in this one, but Golf R, 100%. If you guys are considering one, or if you guys have one, I know the Cobb tunes are not the greatest. And once we have a better clutch in this thing, we will get an EQT tune. If any of you guys do have experience with GTIs or Golf Rs, let me know what your guys' suggestions are on clutches. I'm going to get one ordered here in the next couple of days for Gunther here, because Gunther needs to make some more power. And in order to do that, we need a clutch. I'd like to get a downpipe ordered. I'm gonna hold off on that until we get a clutch in the car, because there's really no point. I haven't experienced the full like stage 1 SF tune on this thing yet, or the EQT one. So there's no point in ordering a downpipe till I can like fully experience the car. It is wildly different from a stage 1 STI on an OTS tune, let me tell you that right now. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys on this one. So if the video helped you, or if you've been considering doing this to your Golf R, whether it's DSG or a 6-speed, Hope the video helped you. Hope it gave you some more insight. If you aren't a 6-speed, hopefully your clutch doesn't just decide to exit the chat either. But that's all I got for you guys in this one. So if you liked the video, you know what to do. Go ahead, hit that like button, turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, cyan, whatever color it turns for you. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you want to be one of these corners, no idea which one I'll put it in quite yet, but you don't want to miss the modifications to Gunther, you don't want to miss Old Blue, and you don't want to miss the other car that I'm bringing to the channel next weekend. So with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies.